Cheers. Back again. We're back again. What are we doing? We are back for something new. You know, we're always trying to think of oh, the pop music is playing again. That's how new it is. Let's stop that. How do we stop that? Okay, there we go. This is something so new that the pod intro music was like, let's get it fired up again. But we're always thinking of new stuff, and we decided going forward, we're introducing a new thing. It's called Fast Greens because it's going to be fast, even though the greens at Pebble only medium speed. But we're going to give out some of our favorite DFS plays. We're going to give out a best bet. It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. We'll see what happens. How you feeling? How you doing?
Content is king. Let's just keep it rolling. We're just gonna do our thing. Hopefully, you guys like it. Give us some feedback. What you do, what you don't like, what we can add to it, what we could take out of it. But don't worry. Just I want to get this ahead of time. The subscribers are not getting anything less, and they're getting all of the massive content, all of the data, all of the Vincent stuff, and all of our own brain power. But this is just a little extra stuff for the free people. We want to just spread our wealth and spread the love of golf. Fast Greens.
Spreading the gospel of Vincerix. But yeah, as always, like and subscribe. Get over to the site. $9.99 for the weekly, $34.99 for the monthly. We've got boots coming up in February. We got the Florida swing coming. But yeah, what we're going to do is going to do 4 of our favorite DFS plays, regardless of price, and then 1 best bet off the card, just who we kind of like, the best number, what makes sense. And then, to Jersey's point, give us feedback. What do you like? What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? That's true for everything. That's always true. We always say, what is Strokes Gained Dog? It's getting feedback. It's improving. That's what Strokes Gained Dog is. In Jersey, to kick it off, let's do the 4 DFS plays of the week. We'll go back and forth. Any price. Who are you starting with for your 4 first?
Yeah, I guess I'll go like top to bottom, or maybe I'll jump around. I'm going to go Will Zalatoris. $8,400, a guy that was touted heavily last week before he WD'd. And I think that that love's going to wear off a little bit. His ownership's going to wear off a little bit. His price is going to drop a little bit, which it did. But from what I saw in Hawaii, from what everyone was thinking going into Torrey Pines, he's hitting the ball a little bit better. Now, this is a golf course that you got to make a few putts. But I think the ball striking and good things are coming from Will Zalatoris. I don't think he's going to win this week, but I think he can definitely fight for that top 10 finish at 8,400. Could be a decent play.
And that's why the DFS plays are great, because dog factors in, but dog doesn't necessarily have to factor in too much. And that's a perfect lead in to my first guy at $6,800. I already talked about him on the pod. Eric Cole, $6,800. I said on I said on the pod of the week, at the beginning of the week, top 20, sell everything you own, mortgage play, # not financial advice. So it's $6,800. Ownership seems fine. Give me Eric Cole, 2 top 20s here in 2 starts. I think he delivers another top 20 this week.
All right, I'll go down to the 6K range as well. I like a guy who was, I think, the most tipped golfer at the Amex, Adam Hadwin. Got off to a great start to the season in the Hawaii swing. Nice ball striking, fought for the first round leader in both of those events. And then he missed the cut at his hometown. Obviously, he's from La Quinta. He plays well at La Quinta every single year, and he missed the cut at the Amex when he was most tipped. Now he's min price, heading to a golf course that should suit his style of play tremendously. So I like the flop lag bounce back for Adam Hadwin, $6,000.
Hadwin's from La Quinta? What's the
No, he's not from La Quinta, but I'm just saying that's his home course because he plays so well there every single year.
Okay, I got you.
Everyone knows that.
Hit there. Well, I'll keep our eyes on this week, and then also he's also another home course for him is down in Phoenix, TPC Scottsdale. So we got to be on the lookout for that.
And Innisbrook too.
And Innisbrook. My next play, a guy I don't think I've heard anyone talking about this week. I think it's a little bit boomer bust. This could go either way, but he's got the approach play we're looking for. He's got the short game. He can make putts. The putter's been a little cold, but I think there's a chance to get it bounced back this week by giving himself uphill looks with the iron play. Recently won. Big year ahead. JT Poston, 7,400. JT Posty is my next play this week. Why not? If he plays well, we know he's got the dog to win. JT Poston, 7,400.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets too many uphill looks, just look out because he.
Well, do you think that was your first pick? Do you want him to intentionally leave the ball above the hole so he gets the downhill sliders?
Well, I mean, we know he works with Scott Fawcett, Decade Golf, so they probably plan that to because they're super strategic in where they're leaving their shots. So if they're smart, they leave themselves as many downhill left to righters as possible. So I guess we'll see going forward, vice versa for Posty. But yeah, my next pick, $7,400 Max Homa.
Wow.
Absolutely embarrassment. We just did a clip on him too. Embarrassment from performance for Max Homa, but it was all with the putter. He just putts so poorly at Torrey Pines, and now he heads to a course that I don't think the pressure of having to drive the ball so well is going to be weighing on his shoulders. Although he has been driving it better, this is a course he can lay up a ton off the tee and just tap into the iron game, which has been okay the last year. And we know he's going to bounce back on the green. So good price for a high dog player, a high ceiling player, Max Homa.
I'm going to go 8,500. A guy who my biggest concern here, and ultimately this is what's keeping him off the outright card for me, is the cross country TGL travel. Hideki won the battle against Keegan of who was going to have to travel across the country. But Keegan's just playing such consistent golf. He's played here, not a lot, but he's played all right when he has come over to play Pebble Beach. Playing so consistently, I just can think it just continues on. I think he's good for a top 20. I think he's good for a top 10. I think if he gets into the mix, we know he's got the dog to win. Give him a lot of wedges to hit. He's been driving the ball immensely. I'm just going to keep riding the Keegan train because it hasn't done me wrong in quite some time.
All right, one more 6K play. Similar to the ideology of on Max Homa, Nick Dunlap, $6,800. He's been struggling with the driver, but this is a golf course where he can lay up off the tee and tap into the iron play, tap into the putting. We know he likes a birdie fest. We know he has a ton of dog. And this is just too cheap for Nick Dunlap with the ceiling that he has. He can easily T10 in this field. I like that. Nick Dunlap, 68.
He wasn't going to be my best bet of the week, but I will say we talked about on the last pod. Nick Dunn's on the card this week. He's on the card this week in perpetuity over 100-1. I'm just going to stick with that. I think it pays off. I think within the next year at over 100-1 we get a Nick Dunn winner. So why not get it started this week when he's under the radar, because everybody looks at that last place finish last year. But as we talked about on the pod, that was driven by the fact that he had just turned professional. I think this is a good course for him. Jers, I'm going to go to a guy that you might be familiar with as my last play. And this is a change in heart versus what I said on the podcast. Scotty Scheffler is my DFS play. Obviously, top of the board in DFS, but I was looking at the ownership. I think it's reasonable. I've seen a lot of stuff about Scotty this week. The vibes look good. The swing looks just as normal as it always does. I was skeptical of the Scotty if we needed to be worried about him winning this tournament this week. Change of heart. I'm concerned.
Change of heart.
A change of heart. I like Scotty now. He is my play in DFS. Merely like it's more, ownership driven and things like that. But at the end of the day, if he is competent, we know he's a lock for a top 5 finish. If he shows up with any version of normal Scotty Scheffler's game, I think he does. And I've had a change of hearts. I'm in on Scotty this week.
All right. No, I like it. So, all right. Best bet now. Have you looked at the card yet or no? Personally, mine.
I have not looked at your card yet. It's going to be
okay.
Up here momentarily. This is
okay.
We're filming this Tuesday night, but we get everything up. It'll be up on Wednesday morning. But yes, I have not looked at the card.
All right, so this is a guy that I don't know if I remember myself betting. I don't know if you've ever seen me bet this guy, but I'm going with Shane Lowry at 70-1. This is like you see Shane Lowry in majors. He's at like 45-1, 50-1. Now we're getting him 70 in a short field on a golf course that should shoot him well. He's very elite with those middle irons and very precise off the tee, very precise into greens with his irons. He can get hot with the putter. I just really like the number. This is my best outright bet. If he was 50, no one would bat an eye. And he was like 28 last week. Obviously, it's a much weaker field, but Shane Lowry 70-1 in this field. I'm down. Give me it.
I really wanted to make my first best bet of the week a guy with dog, but I also have rules that I put on place for different guys. And one of them is Sahith Theegala when he gets above 70-1, because we don't know when he's going to play good. We don't know when he's going to play bad. I don't think he knows when he's going to play good or when he's going to play bad. Obviously, Carl's our boy. I don't think Carl really knows, except at Pine when Carl knew that Teagues was not going to play that well. There's 70s out there. I got a 90-1 minutes ago on Bet Online, BOL, Jers. And when Teagues crosses that number, it's just auto for me because we don't know when he's going to play good, but we know that his upside is good enough to win on the PGA Tour. It's good enough to mix in any event. Just look at some of the results that he had last year and obviously finished the year right near the top of the FedEx Cup with Colin and Scotty. So get him in California, get him on the POA. Give me Sahith Theegala as my best bet of the week.
Yeah, I have a weird feeling in my stomach about him this week. I bet him the last 2 weeks. Obviously didn't go well, but he's off the card this week. Obviously pulling for you, always pulling for Sahith and Carl. So I like where your head's at with Teagues for sure.
I'm now hoping for a Nico Etch result for you, but it
Sheesh.
would be a win for me. But yeah, that's Fast Greens. Everybody have a great week. Get over to the site, vincerics.com. Check out the pod for all of our thoughts and takes on all sorts of different players. And we'll be back next week with Fast Greens.
Peace.